gospel reading last week, the apostles asked Jesus to increase their faith. And he famously said that even with faith the size of a mustard seed, God will move mountains. All we need to do is ask. This week, we see the incredible faith of these lepers, and we see them asking Jesus for healing. Next week, we'll hear the parable about the dishonest judge rendering a just decision for the widow because of her persistence in asking him. And how much more will God answer our prayers for those who ask? The week after that, the gospel talks about the tax collector who cries out to God saying, "Lord, have mercy on me, a sinner," and God hearing his prayer and having mercy on him. Are you picking up on a theme? It's almost like God is encouraging us to ask him for healing, for mercy, for faith, for our daily bread, for all the things that we need. There's a common response when I talk to people about their prayer life. They're eager to say how they pray for others, but when I ask them what they're praying for themselves, they say, "Oh, Father, I don't pray for me. I don't want to be selfish. I pray for others." Well, folks, I hope that you see that in every single one of those gospel stories, God is answering the prayers of people who are praying for themselves. They have deep needs, and they're asking God to show up for them, and he loves to do that. This notion of not praying for yourself because it's selfish, honestly, I think is a cop-out. I think the real reason a lot of people don't pray for themselves is because they think that they're not worthy to ask God for help because they haven't been doing everything they're supposed to do. That's honestly the reason a lot of people don't pray at all. Well, Father, why would God listen to me? I'm a big fat sinner. Well, so am I. And so is every saint in history, save for Our Lady. God's not keeping a ledger of sins and good works and then making sure you've got a positive balance before he decides to answer. You can't earn answered prayers. If you could, then it wouldn't be a pure gift from God. God isn't your boss, and this isn't a spiritual performance review to determine if you get a raise. He's your Father, and he loves seeing his kids happy and showering us with grace and forgiveness. I feel like a lot of us approach God like the lepers in today's gospel, from a distance. Did you catch that in the reading earlier? It said, they stood at a distance from him and raised their voices, saying, "Jesus, Master, have pity on us." But even from a distance, Jesus heard their cries and he answered them. These lepers were outcasts. They knew that they were unclean and couldn't approach Jesus. And it's like us in our sinfulness. But even in our sinfulness, we can approach God in confession and be healed. He always provides a way for us. As we continue our journey towards the end of this liturgical year, just 6 weeks from now, pay attention to the gospel reading each week as it continues to push us to cast all of our cares onto the Father because he cares so deeply for us. And make it your goal to be bold in your prayers, not only for others, but also for yourself. Ask him to help you to grow in holiness and faith, and be persistent. Keep knocking on that door until he answers. Amen.